Gane $10,000 Estudiante. HAGA this. Sen you want to be famous with much jumpin'. Since pain, sad, and in a book said interminable. Takes the center and uncussin'. Ganar your first $10,000. When you taken 98 years, no taken dinner, ni qualifications. But see greater's ambitions. In lugger of procure me for how ganar millions, my objective most pain mode and alcanzable was ganar $10,000. Ahora, como millonario autosufficient, po to say that those previous $10,000 follow mass difficult to ganar. But, on once that me lo Gane, total came. No se trata solely the dinner. Se trata the demonstra I mean myself that ganar dinner is a habitat, not sordid. When supau ganar $10,000 on once supersted that put it askerlo, on in other ways, and eventually converted lo, in a verdeel exit. See Aries S person, that cares capable of what you are, so look everything after crossing this video up to the final. Subscribe your daily panda, perhaps duel out. The price is released up to the signature name, everything done's. So some people were decided with anyone, and cutting up to the $10 million, did 'em without learning, and 3 things down low spots. The majority of the gentle lands on much more difficult than location. Say lands on a crypto divacy because Sir Amigo gano dinner with each other. Or proven the day trading because El Guru less promoted that they had seen deadens. Its problem is that ambos methods require enormous reserves of a fido por adalitid and certain loca. It's a good cattle, all kinds of good. Nunca lo considers to principal fonte of increases. And like you, considerately arrives standards for multiplied to line. When starts embedding the citas anything that require a pequeño kind of dinner for empezar, and that take ported dinner at the bullshit cad day. The X, he probbled all these options, and creamy, its decasement is very important. Yet their other options offers evidence major escalability, with a rather song more limited. The main road, on others turn dinner rapid, whether there's take more money in death, with others take more money. The first option as vendor services personals. Probably yet had interpreted these services, coming entertainment personal, intrigger de mercancías, paseo de perros, designers of unis, services of peluquería, videografía, and many more. All these services parezcan tan commons and sencillos, in reality son the last forms most rapids of de ganar dinero. Así que no los pasas por alto, ya que te dan la oportunidad de cobrar inmediatamente. Además, es bastante barato empezar. Total that needs use on a bunch of abilities and to last a long words. So decides to dedicate to Alano, intense creative situ web, ponen anuncios, or has a logotipo. Simply sell a market. Inquit through a long clients in your barrio. Press the servicey and cover by it. Yo to me let out see when I was a doll friend. Ibabor the riches ricos, and me offer see a laver the coaches of the mass. So it classes presentiales son a boon way forma to empesa. But probably one would be weakened, and it puts us a single reason. This may show my second option. Say, trata forecasting garden duties. But for example, vendor products of Panadir Caseros, articles Hetches a man, obers of art, products frescos, and much more. Can say a form of stupid to ganar dinner, but not even mention, but not even necessarily the nights there are. In the defensive that the services, in the cases copers and quanta terminuses travel, vendor products locales javasu time. The third SAR option is the Mercancy Global. It includes markets of ROGs, dropshipping, revent the introductors, impression by demand, and much more. At the equivalent of the services in person or copes of locals conditions, the globalization reports that the case they see so much more opportunities than their own. This keeps them 5 opportunities of dannering dinner. No stops limited to the residents of your studio or people. Copy workers in every work can crash your product. Since indeed, when using funny, I experience the time and consequences. For say sincero, the concepts improved about the same factor for me. Tenía to reinvertir constantly my benefits for safety in moving products for vendor. Cada evento required more and more investments. A once that vended dead products, necessary copper 20 more per cigaredellant. Another of appropriate my data I saw new friends. My data said capable in my counter in this interminable cycle of reabastecimento. Value the penny? Sin percent. Sin embargo, solely givers asker for having selfishness to aspire the usual to 3 months that come from years ago, and say that the worst thing is outside. This is probably one of the day's most passive and paresis of getting dinner that really functions. Aside, passes up to the fourth option. Venta of services in line. This option needs another cause of when I returned, but always, it is a great vantage. Are many services in line that could be overseas? For example, reduction of texts, edition of video, design shoots, and años, gestion of red social newspapers. La venta of services in line combine in reality two of the most major vantages: the services personalities and the products globals. It decides, see obtain a global sell, since devastate content on the extension of the services. Lira. Totals of these are some fantastic devices worth as somebody writing 90%, especially the worst ultimates of apostles. Since it depends content on the other's ultimate, all over the services only, no food waves in the onset, recording more information than writing others. Aside, the ultimate is not contact all writing over the services online times walk, office. And before record, add enacting 3 questions. Are warmed, had it 3 times over this, get you really go, and give this problem step down regularly the empires. El point feliz is where we cross the rest cases. The majority of the persons say attacken in this point, because passing months or includes años intending perfectioner su ability after ofrecing them to anyone. Esto es completamente erróneo. Tienes que empezar a adquirir experiencia real lo antes posible, así que empieza fijando precios por debajo del precio normal de mercado. Su principal objetivo es ganar y aprender al mismo tiempo. Ahora vayamos un paso más allá. Se trata de una pirámide de habilidades que consta de 4 elementos que, cuando se dominan juntos, convierten una habilidad de altos ingresos en una habilidad de $10,000. Si te falta uno solo, te quedarás atascado en la base, trabajando duro pero sin llegar nunca a abrirte camino. El primer elemento es el posicionamiento. No todos los servicios en línea son iguales. Se puede ganar mucho dinero ofreciéndose a ayudar a las empresas a ganar más dinero. Por ejemplo, necesitan más clientes, necesitan mejores sistemas, necesitan diferenciarse de la competencia, necesitan convertir más clientes potenciales en ventas. Estos problemas nunca desaparecen y las empresas siempre están dispuestas a pagar para resolverlos. Además, algunos sectores tienen más dinero que otros. El segundo elemento es el apalancamiento. Nunca ganarás $10,000 si no utilizas el apalancamiento. Las empresas no pagan por el esfuerzo, pagan por los resultados. Supongamos que has decidido lanzarte a la publicidad en Facebook. Si cobras por horas, estarás atascado con una tarifa plana y el cliente siempre querrá mantener tus horas al mínimo. But if you cobras in function of the dinner that supports the negotiation, then empiezan offense are not in the course, in the beneficio. And when they do this home line, you don't want it in the benefit of death, and what you want to induce the past, and what you want to be safe. When we should unpressed you well, we should expect it to perform you more. Look for me. We don't know if you can see the story that you are safe. We should be safe if you decide to your classmates that are read in over a half of orchid lines. If you limit to programming publications and responding to commentations, hey came to your party. But if you could demand that your strategy allows you to make more compressing inventals, you convert yourself a decimal life, not solely in a consumable. Creamy. In quanta comes your enfoques of what I asks, and look to the team, whereas coming to one more children, conclude see perpetually to pay junkie, my more time. The third element is the divulgation. One of the major errors that committed the children when increases, is that someone say, has come for a more service expensive, and is only as they admitted, the likelier performance tolerates. By must not is that. Did the principle, I keep thinking about how much the clients then wants to show them into each second. In the quarter element is the automatism. In a sane 900% of the persons that contend in seer uningress or negotiate secondary or fracassen, including after this precambered, adhere poli. Despite defining with unexpected scenes, type of designs to complete publications, designers of miniatures, desirers of web and design to video, they consider that the 7-9% of them promise to complete the plazos, and later they fix the complete. What may stake your eyes from destined to fix the pain and face is also unexpected to hit the fiability. Why? And ignore the factor is the major error that commit to the making of lords when they spend to travel.
Las personas a los que acabé pagando miles de euros no siempre son las mejores en lo que hacen, pero son las más organizadas. Nunca incumplen los plazos, siempre se comunican con claridad y trabajar con ellos no supone ningún esfuerzo. Al fin y al cabo, los clientes necesitan algo más que un profesional cualificado, necesitan a alguien en quien puedan confiar. Nos detendremos en este punto. Continuaremos en el próximo vídeo. Les deseo la victoria. Gracias por vernos. Hasta luego.